Hi there, students. Risqué, risqué. Okay, if something is risqué, it's slightly rude or slightly shocking, normally because it's about sex. So he told some rather risque stories at the dinner party. Yeah, maybe some people were a little bit shocked by them, but they weren't very, very, very rude. Yeah, he told a risque story. Okay, he told a risque joke. Yeah, um, I don't know. As the actress said to the bishop, something, something, something. Yeah, it's big, isn't it? As the actress said to the bishop. That's a slightly risque comment. Yeah, but risque, it's um, something connected with sex that people might be a bit upset about, or some people at least. Um, she wore a very risque low cut blouse, so it came down to about here, the V at the front, yeah. Or a very short mini skirt was a rather risque item to wear to the Queen's Garden party, yeah. Um, so risque, verging on impropriety or indecency, but not completely. So risque, it's getting close to it. It's on the edge of it. Yeah. A risque joke is slightly dirty. It's not a downright filthy one. Yeah. So a bawdy joke, a blue joke, a rather racy joke. It's spicy and suggestive. The song had rather risque lyrics. Yeah, so the song maybe was about sex. I don't know. The torture never stops by I can't remember his name now. Is a rather risque song. You'll have to add the artist to me. It escapes me at the moment. Okay, so yeah, there was rather risque banter at the dinner party. Okay, so suggestive, bordering on indelicacy or impropriety. Yeah, it's not totally obscene, but it's a little bit off color. It's not what you would tell your grandma. It's a bit naughty. Yeah, a sassy, cheeky comment was followed by a risque suggestion. Yeah, it's something that's maybe provocative. Yeah, but a bit racy, but it's not downright rude. Okay, so suggestive of sexual impropriety, bordering on the indelicate, cheeky. Yeah, a joke that's very near the knuckle is rather risque. It's a naughty joke. Yeah, it's a saucy joke, not a sassy one. A sassy person tells risque jokes or risque stories. Okay, so risque. Now you're going to ask me about formality. I think I would give risque probably a 5 in formality. This word comes directly from French, from the French word risque, which means risk. And if something's risque, yeah, I would give it a 5 in formality. As it comes from French, it makes it sound a little bit posh. Yeah, and I think risque does sound posh, but formality, use it informally, semi-formally, and even I think you could use it in a formal writing. Notice question: does it have an accent on the last e? Well, certainly we pronounce the accent risque, so the ke at the end is showing the accent, and I think you really ought to write the accent with these, with something like this. especially as it's a loan word from French. Yeah, risqué, risked. Um, I guess, yeah, there are people who don't who won't write it with the accent, but I think it's probably better. So if something's risque, it's suggestive, it's slightly sexual, it's not really proper, it's a little bit indelicate, yeah? Talking about sex is risque in generally in British society, yeah? It's not something they do in public, yeah? So I'm thinking of the risque postcards that they used to send from the beach, normally with double entendres about sex, but you could understand it in a different way, and that's risque. So, if you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Risqué, or I guess risk.